welcome back to my channel. Today is Wednesday and I was missing review Wednesday, so I thought I'll talk about some impressions. Now you guys know that I've stopped doing first impressions because I don't think that they are quite descriptive of what you might feel about the product in a while. So I decided to do a full face of last impressions. Now the whole idea about this video is to use a product that I'm about to finish and have just a couple of uses left, maybe 3, 4, maybe 1, or maybe this is the time that they get finished. Who knows? You'll have to watch the whole video to know more about that. I also want to promote the idea that please shop your own closet, use whatever you have rather than just buying more. I know right now you can't really buy makeup because of the lockdown, but even once this opens up, try and be more aware of whatever you already have and finish them up before buying something new. I definitely need to do that. I really need to do that. But yes, without any further ado, if you want to know how I got this look, or if you want to know some products that I'm about to empty, all makeup, then please keep on watching. Alright, let's start off with the makeup. My skincare is already done, so my skin is nice and prepped. So the primer I'm going to use today is the Maybelline Master Prime Primer. I really like this one. This is the blurring variant. I'm almost done with this. I have to squeeze really hard to get a little bit of product, and I really like this product, especially because it doesn't feel super silicone-y. Like, it's not as thick as the Benefit Professional, but it still blurs down your skin, which I really like. So I like to apply it in my targeted areas. I don't take a lot, I take a very little amount, but I just massage it in my target areas. That's specifically my nose, a little bit on my forehead, this area right here, and my chin. I would recommend this to you if you are looking for a product that would minimize the appearance of your pores underneath makeup, because this does blur out your skin really nicely. As you can see, it creates that blurring effect. Maybelline does have other variants in this primer range. I think there's a brightening variant, a correcting variant. This one particularly is the blurring variant. Now that my primer is nice and absorbed, I'm going to move on to foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation. I was obsessed with this foundation when I got it, I think about 2 years ago. Not really sure about that, and I finished it really quickly because this was the only foundation I was wearing. I did mention it in one of my empties, and then I couldn't figure out a way to open it up because there was still a lot of foundation on the walls, and then I figured out a way. So I'm going to use the scrapes, the remaining scrapes, and hopefully just empty it out finally. So we're just going to wiggle that wand in there so that it picks up all of the foundation from the side walls, and then I'm just gonna apply that foundation. Hopefully this color still matches me. I am really unsure of my color right now because my tan is fading away, but my skin tone is not my summer shade yet. This is my summer shade, my general summer shade that happens, but because of my amazing tan that I got this year, I don't know my skin shade any longer. And now I'm just gonna buff this foundation out. I will add a little bit more if I feel I require it, but I think this much should be enough. This foundation, again, I really like it. It is in one of my all-time favorite list along with PAC and MAC. I think it's a beautiful foundation. It's such a nice balanced formula. Like, if you're dry, you can use it. If you're oily, you can use it. I've seen very rare negative reviews about this. I'm sure there are people out there who don't like this, but I think it's a very nice and balanced formula, and it just works so beautifully. It is such a beautiful finish. It has a lot of coverage as well. I really like it. You saw how much I used. Like, it was such a tiny amount, and still it covered up my skin so nicely. I'm just going to use a little bit more just on this side because I think I skipped a couple of areas. But again, it's such a beautiful formula. I really like this foundation. I don't think I can recommend it enough. And I love the fragrance as well. It smells like baby product, and I love that fragrance. I'm weird, I know, but I love it. And with that, I think we are ready to bid a final goodbye to this hero right here. Moving on to concealer, I have this e.l.f. concealer, and look at the state of this concealer. Again, something that I have to scrape off the walls. I really like the consistency of this concealer. It's a very lightweight, gel-like consistency. Now, this is not for people who are looking for a lot of coverage from their concealer, because this is not a full coverage thing, but I love the consistency. I love how the finish of this concealer is. It's very, very lightweight. You don't even feel like there is something underneath your eyes. Now, again, this shade is for highlighting for me for summertime. I know it's slightly lighter right now, but this is the only one that I'm finishing up right now. I've just applied this concealer wherever I like to highlight, and I'm just literally struggling here to get some product out of the tube, but that's a good news. That's what the whole point of this video is. I'm just going to be blending it out, and again, because this is so lightweight and such a beautiful texture, it blends out like a dream and really quickly. Again, I love how lightweight this is, but I have to say that if you are used to like a very full coverage, very matte concealer, then this would not be your jam. It took me a while to understand the beauty of this concealer. It's definitely not for everyone. It is for people who are not looking for a lot of coverage. It is medium, I would say a sheer medium coverage. It's not a medium full coverage, and it's definitely buildable, I have to say, because again of the texture, it's so light, you can build upon it. But then there's no point. The whole idea behind this concealer, what I feel, is that it looks very natural on the skin, and the more you build layers, the more not natural the product starts looking. No matter how sheer the product is, layering always ends up in caking up your makeup a little bit, no matter what. So I would only recommend this if you're looking for something that's not super high on coverage and looks very flawlessly natural. It's time to set this masterpiece into place, and you need powder for that. Now, I don't use a lot of powder, and you guys know that, and that's why it becomes really difficult for me to finish up any powder. I rarely finish up powders. So I have this one with me today. This is the Nykaa Skin Genius Compact, and you can look at how much I've used. I have a huge dent in there. Of course, this is not the last time I will be using this, because there's more than that in there. But another powder that I did finish up and I love a lot is the Fit Me Loose powder, the loose translucent powder. I really like that one. So I'm just setting my under eyes into place so that they don't crease up as quickly as they would if I were not to set it. The shade that I'm using is 02 Rose Beige, but they do have about 5 shades in this compact range. Not the most wide range of shades, but because this is not high on coverage, one shade can work for a lot of different skin tones. Now, when it comes to the formula of this compact powder, this is a very softly milled powder, and again, I would like to say that this is not the most oil controlling powder. So if you are someone who's super oily and you're trying to find a powder that would control your oils, this is not going to be your thing. This is more like, you know, just setting the things into place and making them look flawless. This would just do that for you. So this can be a nice touching up powder for you, so that you can just layer it on, because it doesn't look cakey so easily, and because this is also hydrating compact, it does not feel super dry on the skin. So it's great for people who have dry skin and are looking for powders that would not make them look crusty. Now, to give our face some definition and not make it look so flat, I have my Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. I really like it. I don't have a lot of it left. As you can see, that's a very little amount given the fact that I have so many contouring products. So this is not the only product I use, but I really love this one. I feel it's such a beautiful product. It's a cream product, but it does settle into a matte powdery sort of a finish, and it looks gorgeous on the skin. I can't even tell you how beautiful it looks. Again, it's one of those products that blends out like a dream. It's so creamy, yet it's just a beautiful product. I feel this is the stick version of Tantor by Huda Beauty, but of course this came in way before than Tantor, and it just feels so good on the skin. I think it's one of the slept on products. Hoola, the powder, tends to get more attention from everyone. Not saying that that's a bad product. I love Hoola as well. This is great for people who want something easy and quick, because you can also work this in with your fingers. It works beautifully with your fingers, and it just looks so good. Like, it just blends into your skin like butter. It just looks so good, so beautiful. You can add a lot of definition with this. You can definitely layer this one up, because this is very natural. I'm gonna layer up a little bit because I want a little bit more depth right here. So I'm not going like further down along, but just right here. This is one product I would really recommend to you guys. Like, if you want to splurge a little bit on your contour and you still want it to be slightly easy, this is the one. Or if you're someone who's into cream contouring and then setting it with powder, this is the one. This is the one in every situation, actually. I love this so much. Time for blush, and again, if you've been with me for a while, you would know I wasn't the hugest of blush person back in the day. It's only now that I've realized their beauty and how they can really add to a makeup. So I'm going to use a blush that I use very frequently, and I have managed to flatten the upper design of. This is the Milani Tea Rose blush, and it had a beautiful rose on top, which I have flattened. So that is a big achievement for me. I don't have any blush that I've ever hit pan on, ever. So this is a close deal, I believe. So I'm just going to use this today just to blush up my cheeks, so that I have a little bit of color, a little bit of flush of color on my cheeks, and I look nice and healthy and glowing and just, you know, cute. Now for highlighters, there were a couple of highlighters in race for the empty line. We have Mary Luminizer, we have YBP Goddess, but I think I want to use Becca Champagne Pop today. Now I had completely hit pan on it and I only had a little bit on the side, so I crushed it up and I made a flat layer so that I have a nice and even surface to use from. I'm just gonna apply this on the apples of my cheeks so that I look nice and glowing. Do I have to say anything about this highlighter? Have been obsessed with it ever since it came out. I think this was the game changer. I won't say this was the original highlighter because Bobbi Brown had their shimmer strips, Mary Luminizer was there before this, so there were a couple of highlighters in the market, but I think this was the highlighter that really revolutionized highlighters. Everyone and their mothers were highlighting after this. I don't think before this a lot of people were really putting so much effort into highlighting, but after this everything changed. Don't worry if my highlighter is looking a little bit sharp in all of the areas because my favorite trick is about to come up. I'm going to take my setting spray, which for a matter of fact is the MAC Fix Plus in Rose variant. Love this one. I think the amount that I've used speaks up a lot for itself. Now what I like to do is I like to take a quick little shower, just drench my face with setting spray. That just absorbs a lot of product and it just makes everything look meshed into one another. So even if you go a little bit overboard with your powder, this just sets in everything for you. So I'm just going to spray it all over my face and hopefully we can bid a goodbye to this as well. Okay, we still have a couple of uses left, but I really like this spray. What I like the most about this is that it actually just makes your face glow so much, but it doesn't make it oily or it doesn't break down the makeup. A lot of setting sprays, I feel like they also tend to break down the makeup if you spritz a little bit more, but with Fix Plus that never really happens. It just makes your skin look so beautiful. So nice. Love this. I really like how my base is looking like right now. I had never used all of these products together for my base. I know that I love them individually, but even together they look just so nice. My skin looks really good. So let's move on to the eyes now. I think if there's one makeup product that I finish out really religiously, it has to be an eyebrow pencil. I really love to fill into my brows and I do run out of my eyebrow pencils really quickly. So today I'm going to use Goof Proof by Benefit. This is my second pencil and I have used one of them completely. Again, with this one there's not a lot left. That is all I have left in this pencil. I do have a backup of this pencil, like most of the products in this video. I do have a backup of this pencil as well. So I'm just going to start by filling into my brows with this pencil. I'm going very light-handed. As the name suggests, this is goof proof. I really like this pencil, but I have to say that I fell in love with precisely my brow a little bit more than I am in with this pencil. Of course, this doesn't make this a bad product, but precisely my brow is just a better pencil. You do get lesser product in Precisely My Brow because it is a very thin pencil. So if you are looking at it from an economical perspective as well, then maybe you want to pick up the Goof Proof pencil. But if you're just looking for something that would make your eyebrows look microbladed and just gonna spoolie out my eyebrows so that all of the product is nice and distributed and there is no lump or bump of product in my brows. Brows are done. It's time to move on to eyeshadow. I think I'm one of those guilty people who's never finished an eyeshadow palette in her entire life and yet doesn't hesitate to buy a new eyeshadow palette when something launches. But I really want to change that habit and today is the start of that. Now, because I've not ever finished out a palette or nothing's even near to finishing out, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette because I've hit pan on one of the colors. I think it's because I used it for my 10 looks 1 palette video. That's because of that I hit pan on this. But nonetheless, this is a really nice eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to use this one today. I've already primed my lids, so let's get started with the eye look. I'm going to start with this shade right here. It's a nice beautiful transition shade. My idea for today's look is to have a soft matte grungy-ish eye. So I'm just patting my eye down and then I'm going to start putting this in my crease. I'm going to go in circular motion. Again, with a product like this, which is talked about so often and is so raved, I don't have to say a lot of things, but yes, this is a nice beginner's palette. We're going to pick up this dark brown shade, another shade that I'm about to hit pan on for my lid area. We're doing a very simple look because this is not about the eye makeup but about products and using what you already have. So I'm just going to do a very simple eye. Again, if you're new to makeup and you just want to practice makeup and you don't want to invest so much because makeup is expensive and you probably don't want to ruin your expensive makeup while you're still practicing things, you might want to look into Wet n Wild. As a brand, I think Wet n Wild is doing really good things. Of course, they have their misses here and there, but mostly a lot of their products work amazingly. They're affordable and really good quality. I'm going for a nice soft grungy eye and that's why I'm putting this brown down and I'm just gonna blend it into my crease so that it's nicely blended into the transition shade. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of color there and then just blend it into that brown. I am gonna take this brown a little above my crease as well to get that grungy effect. So I'm just blending it out very gently. Now I have seen a lot of people comparing this eyeshadow palette to a lot of other high-end palettes, and I'm not saying all high-end palettes are good, but what I'm trying to say is that you do have to build upon these colors. They're not like, oh, you just do like that and it's done. You do have to work with them. They can go a little patchy if you don't use the right eye primer or the right techniques, but overall this is a really nice palette. I really like this palette. I think it's the perfect palette for everyone. Even if you're not a beginner, this is a great palette to have. You can have so many different looks, and again, I have done 10 looks by using just this palette, so you can check that out as well if you're looking for ideas. If you don't know what else to do with this palette, you can definitely check out that video so that you have some more ideas of using this palette up. And now I'm just repeating the same thing on this eye as well. I'm also going to put this dark brown on my lower lash line along with the transition shade. I'm going to smoke it out with the transition shade just to balance my upper eyes out. So I'm first applying this brown and then going in with my transition shade, just smoking all of it out. And I'm gonna connect it with my upper eye just to make everything look cohesive. Another shade that I'm gonna hit pan on is this golden shade right here. So I'm gonna pick up this color and I'm just gonna highlight my inner corners as well as my brow bone with this. No matter whatever sort of eye I'm doing, grungy, smoky, neutral, I always love to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone a little because they just add so much definition without, putting in a lot of effort. And this color is also really beautiful to highlight your face. So if you are looking for a palette that also multitasks a little for you, again, this is the one. We have hit pan on two more colors, the golden one and the brown one. I think these three are my favorite colors. I don't even think that's a question anymore, along with this orangey color as well. I think if I use this color for 1 month straight, then I will be able to finish this palette up. I think with just these two exceptions because these two colors are bigger. So yes, let's move on to the next step of our eye makeup. No grungy eye look is ever complete without an eyeliner, so I'm going to use the PAC Intense Auto Kohl today. I really like this one, but the only thing that I do not like about this is that the pencil is not retractable, so you can't just like twist it up. I'm a very impulsive person, so I really tend to like twist things up and it doesn't go back down, so that's a bummer. The only way I know this is about to be over is because I was twisting it up to get more product out and nothing was coming out, so that's the only way I know that it's going to be over. Now this is very intense, that's true. Like I didn't even pull my eye down, or I wasn't putting it very concentratedly, but still it gave such a nice color payoff. I'm also gonna apply it on my lash line and I'm gonna smoke it out a little just to get that nice earthy grungy look that I've been talking about so much. So I'm just gonna put it on my lash line right here. I'm going in short strokes, trying to keep it fairly thin, not too thick, and then just using my finger to smoke and smudge it out. I'm also going to tight line my eyes because it does add a really nice effect. Now PAC does some really nice kajals. The other kajals that they have, the normal sharpenable kajals, are something that I really like. If you are someone who's looking for a nice long-lasting kajal, because I know a lot of Indian girls love their kajals. There was a time I wouldn't be found dead without a kajal. I was so obsessed with the kajal. I don't wear kajal that often now, but if you are looking for a new kajal, definitely check out PAC. Now with mascaras, it's really tricky to know if you're out of them or what. You are generally just supposed to throw them away after 3 months of usage. Now because you can't see if a mascara is out or not, I'm just going to use something that I have to throw out. That is the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, because I've had it for a while and it's time it gets into the bin. So I'm just going to apply this on my top and bottom lashes. Now I love this mascara. Now I do really like this mascara. It's nice and volumizing and just makes your lashes look as if they're on steroids. But I also think it can be slightly flaky. Once it dries down, it can flake off a little bit and the flakes collect right here, which can be a little annoying. But I do really like this mascara. Would I say this is the best mascara? No, it's not. I think Maybelline does better mascaras that are slightly lesser priced than this, but I really like the wand. Overall, yes, this is a nice mascara, but would I be going gaga over it? Absolutely not. I think I have used better and cheaper. Next up, I'm going to put on some lashes. Now you can't really predict the life of a lash. It's only once you remove it you realize you can't wear it again. But I am going to be finishing up my Huda Beauty lash glue. I really love this glue. This is my second tube and I'm about to run out of it as well. This is just so good. It sticks to your lashes and it stays in place all day, all night whenever you're applying this. So I'm just going to quickly pop on my lashes and I'll be right back. The lashes are on and I'm going to move on to the last and final product of this video. Now I've never really finished up a lipstick, I know. know. I do have a huge collection of lipsticks, and that's why I think I've never been able to finish one, because I always tend to like hop from one to another to another. But today I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown lip tint, which is a lip color which I have been able to finish off quite a lot. So I'm going to use a brush just to dig up the good stuff from in there, and I'm going to apply it all over my lips. I really like this lip tint. Like, if I finished up something from my lip collection, that has to mean that that product was amazing. I'm of course not talking about lip balms here, because I tend to finish off lip balms really quickly as well. But this lip tint, even when you're not wearing makeup, this just looks so beautiful on the lips. It just really transforms your look, and it is intensely moisturizing as well. This one I'm definitely going to be repurchasing because it's a bomb.com product. I'm going to use my MAC Fix Plus once again in the hopes of finishing it up. I really want to finish at least one product in this video. I did keep a little bit of buffer amounts so that if anything goes wrong, I have something more to work with. But now that I quite like this makeup look, I'm going to just spritz it all over my face, and hopefully we'll finish it up. Today is definitely not the day for this one, but we are pretty close. And with that, we finished this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know if you guys would like me to do more such videos, because I do have some more things I'm about to empty, so I can start collecting them and do more videos like this for you guys. And yes, do let me know what is that one product that you are about to empty. Makeup. We all empty skincare really quickly, but what is that one makeup product that you're about to empty? Comment below and let me know. I will see you guys next time. Till then, stay safe, stay home. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.